Hello and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Dahlia binti Hamdan. My student ID is 2020-841-964. I am from class 80 1105F. My faculty supervisor is Dr. Nazatul binti Muda. Today I'm going to do final presentation of FPA 310, where I did my industrial training at Far East Holding Berhad in Ladang Sungai Seraya from 15 August 2022 until 30 September 2022. Here is some information of the company's background. Name of the company, Ladang Sungai Seraya Far East Holding Berhad. The address of the company is Far East Ladang Sungai Seraya, Pejabat Pos Bandar Tun Razak Keratung 2926900 Bandar Tun Razak Pahang. The date of establishment of this company is on 6 August 1973. This company is non-governmental. The purposes of FEHB or Far East Holdings Berhad: first, increase the knowledge and skills. Secondly, improve the economic and social status in FEHB members. And lastly, create an independent, quality and progressive members. This is the vision and mission of the companies. The vision of the companies is to be a leading and respected agricultural development agency. And for the mission is to develop the state's agricultural sector and contribute to the well-being of the people and the state of Pahang. This is the organizational chart of the companies. The managers that in charge during my industrial training at Ladang Sungai Seraya is Encik Muhammad Khairul Nizam bin Zakaria. This is the summary of tasks that I did during my industrial training at Ladang Sungai Seraya. For the week first activities, I did harvesting and repairing crawler. For the week second, I did spraying insecticide and fungicide. Next, pruning oil palm trees and also collecting seeds that fall from bunches. For the week 3 activities, I did doing census form, doing receipt, and also learning paying wages to the workers. For the week 4 activities, I did making hole using auger, sowing mixture seed fertilizer, and also doing FFB record. For the week 5, I did transfer FFB to platform and grading fresh fruit bunches. And for the last week 6 activities, I did complete the report work and also learning about the herbicides. There are 5 main activities in the slide presentation. For the activity 1, in Ladang Sungai Seraya, I did repairing the crawler. Objective of the activity is know how to repair the broken crawler. Secondly, to maintain the capability of the system. Materials that used in this activity is petrol and lubricant, and for the equipment, only wheel. The procedures for repairing the crawler: first, remove the old and broken wheel before turn it into the new one. Secondly, by using lubricant, insert all the screw at the new wheel to make it easier to move and slippery. And the cost for these activities only use material cost only, which is the total of it only 362 ringgit Malaysian only. The outcome of these activities: first, being able to repair the crawler when the machine is down. Next, the process of the repair can help identify any environmental problems and root causes of failure, not just mechanical systems. For the activity 2, name of the activity that we did is collecting seeds that fall from the bunches. Objective of the activity is to know how many bags they collect within an hour. Next, to collect all the oil pump seeds to send to the factory. Materials that we use is none, and only equipment that we use for this activity is the sack bag. The procedures of this activity is: first, the workers collect all the oil palm seeds that fall from its fruits. Next, after collect the seeds, bring all the seeds to the platform and fill the sack bag with the seeds. The costing for this activity only basic pay, which is 5 ringgit only per bag, and also transport 5 ringgit per day. The salary for these activities is 56 ringgit per day. So that means the total salary of these activities 60 ringgit per day. The outcome for this activity is: first, not wasting any oil pump seeds that fall from bunches. Next, all fertilizer sack bag can be reused for the workers to fill the seeds. For the third activity that we did is doing census form. Objective of the activity is to know which block has the most rodent attacks. Next, to prevent fires if the oil palm trees had a rodent attacks. There is non-materials that we use in this activity and also the equipments too. The procedures that we did for these activities is: first, this is census form that they give to tick which palm trees had been attacked. Next, before tick the form, make sure to check the oil palm fruits to see any branches had been eaten by rodents. Next, it shows that census form after check in block T. This is the only cost that used in these activities. Total cost of this activity RM 57 ringgit and 69 cent every Monday. The outcome of these activities is: first, get to prevent the oil palm trees and bunches from get eaten by the rodents. Next, the company get to harvest the best quality of fresh fruit bunches to the factory. For the activity 4 we did is sowing mixture seed fertilizer. The objective of the activity is to know the fertilizer spread on oil palm. The materials that we use for this activity is mixture seed fertilizer, and the equipment that we use for this activity is dipper and wheelbarrow. The procedures to the activities is: first, use auger to make 2 holes for each oil palm trees. Next, pour the mixture seed fertilizer into the holes by using dipper. Next, after pour, close the holes with soil and make sure it compact. And finally, the fertilizer bag needs to collect and return it to the store. The total area covered 9.19 hectare. For the labor, number of workers is 5 for this activity, and the total cost is 60 ringgit per man day. The total of petrol cost is 25 ringgit, while the total of material is 13,188 ringgit. And for the total cost of this activity is 1,470 per hectare. The outcome of this activity is get to produce enough food to feed the human population. Next, allow crops to grow bigger, faster, and to produce more food. The last activity that we did in Ladang Sungai Seraya is transfer fresh fruit bunches to platform. Objective of the activity is to transfer the fresh fruit bunches that just harvested to the platform. There is no materials that we use in these activities. The equipment that we use for these activities is wheelbarrow and loading. For the procedures of this activity is use loading to pick up the bunches to wheelbarrow. Next, using a wheelbarrow to transfer the bunches to the platform. The basic pay of these activities is 27 ringgit per metric ton. The incentive of harvesting is 2 ringgit per metric ton. The incentive CPD 4 ringgit per metric ton. So the total of cost of this activity is 33 ringgit per metric ton. The outcome of these activities is first, get fresh fruit bunches with excellent oil content and quality and can get the maximum profit. Next, it is easier for the lorry to pick up the fruits at the platform to bring to the factory. In conclusion, all disclosures will awaken myself in a boost of self-confidence to face life more challenging now. During my industrial training, there are many changes from the point of learning environments and discussion among colleagues. It can directly increase the dedication and rational attitude toward myself. Therefore, I can conclude that the industrial training program has provided many benefits to students, even if there are minor flaws that are somewhat disfiguring condition, so that this weakness can be rectified in the future. I can conclude that this industry is through training I received a lot of exposure in the computing world. I would like to thank also the Ladang Sungai Seraya Far East Holding, giving a chance to the student to find their own experience. During the course of industrial training at Far East Holdings Berhad, so I would like to give some findings and suggestions on it. This opinion is not intended to hurt or subvert the company. This is my sincere observation for 1 month undergoing industrial training, and I would like to provide constructive comments so that this company can build more advanced from all aspects. The company or firm should focus on student issues during the industrial training sessions. As students are still new in the pre-employment nature, guide and guidance from firm observation are indispensable. If this action is not feasible, then the student consider the company's firm's management not concerned with the work they have done. Each student should be noted by a supervisor. The supervisor is responsible for helping students conduct industrial training by demonstrating guidance as a guide to the students who are undergoing 6-month industrial training. Students should be more prepared to handle various situations that often occur in the management of an organization, such as criticism, objection, or reprimand from the supervisor. These are the references that I use for my final presentation of FPA 310. Finally, thank you for your attention to listen my final presentation of FPA 310. Thank you.